Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Same process with Max on either side. We'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 this evening. Start with Mike, please.
Afternoon, Pep. On paper, everyone's going to say Southampton, 3 points to Manchester City. So what stops you winning tomorrow?
We start 0-0. And it's a massive, important game for us. Definitely it is. It's just 3 games left, and after that game is 2, and a huge respect for them.
Do you feel your side is in the best form it's been in this season right now?
It's the best results we got in a row. We didn't have that season. I don't know, in the beginning of the season we did it, but for a long time. In terms of that, we can do better.
One more for me, just on Mateo Kovacic. Spoke to him earlier this week. How much do you think he's progressed as a midfielder this season in your team?
Playing really good. I think playing close to another player like Bernardo or Gundo or Nico is playing a really good level.
Hello, Pep. Can I do a quick player update with you, please? Just wondering if Erling is perhaps ready to start?
He's ready. Yeah, he's ready. He's fit. Start, we'll decide tomorrow.
Have you had a call from the doctors about Rodri yet, about whether he can?
Still is not available. And
how good is the news about Oscar and Nathan back in training?
Still are not available. Started training with us, partial, but still are not available.
A win against Southampton, as you'll know, would put you level on points with Arsenal, but I think there's 9 goal difference, and it's very similar with Newcastle and Chelsea, your goal difference as well. So with that in mind and the number of goals that Southampton have conceded this season, does that come into your thinking there?
No, not at all. Huge respect for Southampton. If we take a look at Arsenal to help us in that view to qualify for the Champions League, it's fine. The target when you are not be champion is qualify for the next Champions League season.
And just finally, Erling said in an interview this week that the players haven't had fully the hunger inside of us. So I was just wondering how you feel about that, and do you feel it is back now just in time for the crescendo?
If it's the feeling from Erling, they should talk each other, the players, and ask themselves why.
But do you feel it's back if it ever was missing?
We can do better. We are happy for the results we have. But the situation back is when it's sustained for many, many months. It just was 3-4 weeks.
Hi, Pep. I know you're in match mode getting ready for tomorrow's game, but in the last hour we've heard that Xavi Alonso's leaving Bayer Leverkusen. I just want to know your thoughts on his sort of coaching journey, because obviously he's someone you've known for so long.
Well, the impact on Leverkusen has done have been unbelievable. I think all the managers that who had the opportunity and the pleasure to have him as a player always will realize that will be a manager. And, going to Germany and fight face-to-face against Bayern Munich, that always is so difficult. And last season was unbeaten except the last game against Atalanta in the Europa League final. And the way they play, the way they improve the players. So I think Leverkusen himself, they have to be so proud for this partnership that they had for just 2-3 years.
I know obviously you'll be talking a lot about making sure that you finish in the top 5 in the Champions League places, but there is a possibility that you could finish second and be FA Cup winners by the end of the season. Would that mark a good season?
I'm not thinking about that, I'm sorry to tell you. It's just Southampton in my mind, and all week I'm thinking about them. And a lot of hours in my mind during the day. It's only I'm concerned. The rest, the analysis, at the end of the season, we will do it.
Are you expecting twists in this next 3 games then? Between, cause it could be quite tight between obviously so many teams up there.
Quite tight
between so many teams up there. Are you expecting any sort of twists in it for it to be difficult?
I think there are 6-7 teams that can qualify. So you have to make a lot of points. And after if we make 3 victories, we will be there. So it's in our hands. We don't need to wait anything else. So this is what you have to do. Win 1 game, the next one, and the next one.
Hi, Pep. Just on the speculation about where Kevin might be playing next season. There have been some suggestions he could even be playing for another Premier League club next season. Would it bother you? Would it bother you if he did play for one of your rivals?
I want the best from Kevin, for his family, the best.
Hi, Pep. Just a couple on Nico O'Reilly. You took him off against Wolves in the last game. Was that just about looking after him? And what's it been like as generally in the group?
He played a lot of minutes. There are games, the players that play outstanding and after didn't play, players that play not really good and play the next game. There's not a reason, and there's no punishment here. So again, the performance and many things and the reason why. So when the game is done, it's what analyze, what can do better, but it's completely forgotten. So it's the past. It's what you can learn the game we play to the next one. And especially in the young players that make a regular impact in the team.
Are you happy with how he has stepped up?
Absolutely. The results we had without him will be difficult to imagine.
And with Manuel Akanji now available, have you had any thoughts about possibly moving Nico into midfield?
Yeah, can play there, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tomorrow,
you will see it.
Okay, set the embargo for 10:30 this evening. Someone to start, please.